Welcome all you archaeologists, I'm the Johnstruct. Welcome to the proximity. I'm having an Alan Wake Remastered adventure. You have to say goodbye to the snail. And to this text to the bottom of the screen and to turn my control on. A thing I should have done before I started talking, but I forgot. But it's fine, it works fine, everything's great, everything's fine. Let's continue our game. We're about to start Chapter 4, I believe, Episode 4. The truth.
Previously on Alan Wake, I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
So where is his wife?
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice. Hartman.
Ah.
Fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you lied.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
Could it be true? Could Alan Wake just have mental illness problems? Is that inappropriate fodder for computer games? Possibly, but it wouldn't be a terribly interesting...
groggy.
Part of the
Whatever Hartman had
big
pumped into me was
backstory
making me
element
numb.
obviously deals with
I felt like this was happening to someone
Thomas
else.
Zane,
Someone I
the
was
diver
watching
and the
on
poet,
television.
Barbara
couldn't think,
Jacker,
couldn't focus.
Emil Hartman, and Cynthia Weaver, all in this 60s, 70s landscape in this story. I mean, Thomas Zane is a very kind of important character. Also, somebody who wrote, and also somebody who is now as the diver, very much guiding Alan Wake, but in some ways also haunting him.
Loud and clear.
And many of these elements are set as part of that backstory.
Alan, I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Alright, but why did you have to do that during a conversation? What was I going to say? Yeah, I mean, if Alan actually was insane, wouldn't be a terribly interesting computer game, would it? That's what I think of your chairs, Emil. That is your real name. Creator's Dilemma. It's Emerson. Night Springs. The video game by Remedy. Death Rally. That's like their first game, right? So the implication is, and I know it's just an Easter egg, it's a joke, they don't put too much credence onto this because that would just be silly, but you can like perfectly well read it that way, that we're playing, is that the same location? That we're playing Night Springs, we're not playing Alan Wake, because the the computer game makes it true as well. And this presumably is a real developer map. I'm trying to think if I can figure out where it is. Shouldn't this be fucking terrifying to Alan? Be like, hey, hang on, just went through this. Yeah, because wasn't that the place where I got confused about which way to go? And I walked all the way back. Alright, let's knock this chair over. It's a more stable chair because it's a rocking chair. You beat me this round.
This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together.
Désolé.
This way, Alan.
I'm investigating everyone else's rooms. Emil, it's right bastard to fight in control, let me tell you. Ooh. I take it Lane drew that. That's a bear.
Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you.
So Buffy the Vampire Slayer had the same plot point in one of the episodes. Why is his staff going along with this? Because his staff knows I've not been here for weeks. I've just got here. Also, I can just contact the police. Like, Nightingale's been chasing me.
We go this way, Alan.
So who is Thomas Zane as a character, really?
He had to be
Through the years, I've read interesting fan theories about him, and I'm not gonna dive too deep into these things. But it is an interesting question. Like we see some glimpses, especially in the DLC part of it, where we start to think that is he being completely open and honest with us about his motives and who he really is, and how does this thing loop around between the fictions of Zane and Wake?
So I'm glad he mentioned that. So obviously, like if you the Noah Gervais video, he talks about the funny thing about Alan Wake is that he's a hack writer, right? Which sort of explains bits of Max Payne 2 specifically, and the Thomas Zane isn't, which doesn't explain. Thomas Zane's an actual poet that wrote a hack, and that's sort of funnier as an idea. But if we go back to, because it's a part that happens in Control. There's a bit, and it's a load of people's favorite bit. There is a false ending. There's credits, and the credits tear themselves apart because you fall into despair, the hiss of one, and then you have to kind of pretend this happens right now. It's probably why I brought it up. Where you're like, the game tries to convince you that, no, you're just an office worker. Again, wouldn't be a terribly good game if you were just an office worker for the rest of it, but whatever. The game is going to try and convince you that the events did not happen. You just slowly go for it, getting teased for everyone. And eventually she makes her way to the motel, and there's a music video by Alan Wake's voice. The doctor, I've forgotten his name. It's Jessie, she's dynamite. And Jessie says, I can't believe my brain did this. So her brain conjured up a silly music video from a character who the entire game was trying to make him seem like he was the villain. And then, no, he's the one guy who's been trying to help all along. The villain is actually Max Payne's voice. The original guy who... Spoilers for bloody Control. I've been trying to keep spoiler-free for Alan Wake, and then I've been ruining Control. Whatever, I need to say it now to make the point. The point is, she imagined it, her brain saved her. Or did that scientist, knowing the stakes, and because get a guitar and commission a music video and have his staff be like, what are we doing? We're making a song. Why? It's important. Because it's funnier if he does that, and it's sort of insane. And I think the answer is yes. I think the answer is both are true. And it's like, there is no like cause and effect here. Her brain did that, and he decided with the information to do that. They are both true. Alan, which if we extrapolate it to this, is saying that Alan wrote Thomas Zane, Alan wrote Thomas Zane, and Thomas Zane wrote Alan. It's cyclical, and it has no beginning and no end. Because outside of the universe, time is not a thing. It's like you don't need cause and effect outside the universe. It's all, but like, I'm less. It makes more sense that Thomas wrote Alan because Thomas is from the past, rather than like, because the music video would have been made before she went on this entire adventure. But like, she's more powerful than some random scientist who gets absorbed into the ether, as it were. But in my canon is that it's all, at least for Control, they are both true.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
I see a thermos up there. With some weak lemon drinking. Guess must cost a fortune, this lodge. Fucking greedy bastard.
So part of the backstory we are dealing with is about old gods of Asgard, of course. They, in a way, belong into the same continuation as Thomas Zane. I mean, we are talking about artists who, in a way, have come into contact with these dark forces and ended up affecting reality in one way or the other. Old gods of Asgard, of course, through their music. And music is a big part of story and storytelling of Alan Wake.
Yes, one thing I didn't consider, of course, is Old Gods of Asgard predicted the events of Control, like that song, Take Control, which they apparently wrote 20 years before that fashion music was popular, but 20 years, yeah, hang on, I was going to say like 40, but, you know, it's metal, but it's rather modern, but, still, like, we'll ignore that, it's fine. What's really annoying about Old Gods of Asgard is I like them a lot more than Poets of the Fall. I might like the actual real band. I'm like, no, I just want them to make Old Gods of Asgard music, actually. I just want them to keep pretending that they're an 80s rock band. Stop making modern stuff.
I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
So I guess...
Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well?
So I want to say one more thing regarding the sort of loop-de-loop nature of the predictions. So, like, there are, ignoring the video game maker, the Night Springs video game, we have a painter in there as well, and obviously those paintings come true. That is the classic, right? So again, are they just predicting things? Are they able to contradict each other? Does Chime actually change? Is there like an original timeline? Beyond the shadow you settle for, there is a miracle illuminated. Thomas Zane, in the memory of a dear friend and a poet.
It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the
obviously
one
loved his
trying to
own
bring you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed
madly
for
inside
yourself.
my head.
But
I
can't
dug my
do
nails
it
into the
by
palms of my
myself.
hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery.
And so, like, let's think about like Rose and Emile and how much influence Alan had over their behaviour, because he's writing about them in his book, right? In is it Departure or is it Sudden Stop? It's Departure, isn't it? Because it's his unwritten novel. Like, did he? How much could he have possibly influenced them? Is he just nudging threads to the correct play? Because I think the rules would only allow nudging, really. But like, did he? Also, did he see the cabin when the Wakes went there? Yeah, I thought him as the third thing, where he had his powers and darkness powers. A little bit overkill, that boss.
Let's go inside.
Come on.
Here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only.
Scary,
You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I got you. Got you good. I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson.
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
That's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on
Elbow
video
strike.
games.
Ooh, yeah.
It's trash, of course, but it does
I'll get
involve
him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
La la la
Yeah, I'm not super keen on some of this stuff again.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
I think this is really good. You should be proud.
Well, I guess I'd better start wrapping this up. The storm is almost here. Look at that. I'd hate to be out there tonight.
Yeah. Me too, bud. Yeah, why does Emil say the thing about the trophies? He just can't let his ego go. Because, like, Alan would never say that. Should I grab the thermos from upstairs? There's a little bit of...
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key.
So yeah, there's a little bit of small townness to Hartman still. Those trophies. He couldn't just come up with, like, he had to be like, yeah, and you thought I was super cool, Alan. This is the first thing you said. Like, he just couldn't, like... He clearly likes manipulating people. But he couldn't stay in character, as it were. Because he wanted to because of his ego. Where's the software?
Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
We're here to give you the specialised help you need. However, please observe the following. Ask friends and family to schedule visits beforehand to ensure they don't interfere with the therapy. Periods of creativity. So please respect your fellow patients' need for privacy and personal space, especially when they're engaged in the creative process. Typically, our patients have long-term creative problems. They won't be solved overnight. Give yourself permission to take the time you need. Bear in mind, you voluntarily receiving treatment that you've been specifically tailored for you. Engagement therapy and its sister method, the flow. Works best when you are actively engaged in shaping them. If you have any concerns, please don't hesitate to voice them.
My rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm. I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson brothers. Odin and Thor. They had how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny.
Yeah!
Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Say, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense. Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words.
Oh, I've completely forgot about this. This would explain why Emil knows so much. Because obviously Emil is actively trying to take possession, profit off this entire thing. It's the capitalist. It's like, this is the horrible thing that's happening. I bet there's a way I could become rich from it. It's lime backwards. But yeah, I completely forgot he had a connection to Thomas Zane. So there's also a spoiler, because when I make my Facebook, Alan Wake's one of my Facebook options you pick, and so I'm getting little mini spoilers that I'm not necessarily sure I want, which I won't say, but I know now. I'll say when they happen, specifically for Alan Wake 2. Sorry.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Yeah, no. Sorry.
We have a stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine. Clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
He's
Tom
right.
just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all of us. Took my thunder, the witch.
And my ravens. What were they? Memory and thought.
Hugin and Munin.
Hag.
She took something from you too, didn't she? That's what she does.
We're better off. This place, the lake, it gives you power. If you're a creator, an artist, a god.
Nightmare shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake.
Yeah, that's the one. She makes sure it comes out twisted and wrong. Just ask the lamp lady. She knows what happened to that other writer.
She's been using you, boy, and you let her. You went and opened the door for her, didn't you?
Now, it was already open a crack. And whose fault is that? We're morally corrupt, disease-ridden, old and stupid.
Doesn't mean he had to open it all the way, goddammit.
Indeed.
So tired. Built the farm close to the lake. A place of power.
Ooh. There's
We had parties there, man. You should go there.
No, I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm just listening to you two.
That Bob Balders's through the window, hit that hippie chick in the back of the head. 15 stitches and a concussion. Bob's dead now. Leukemia.
Stitches, snitches, and narcs, man. Bad scene.
I'm tired, man. So tired.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say something, but I've completely forgotten, so never mind. We'll continue. I'm sure it'll come back to me.
Bad dream, and you can't wake up. You can't hurt a nightmare because all dreams are only imagination. They're only in your head, and they're not there when you wake up. So you can't wake up because I'm in charge now, and I don't want to disappear. My nightmare is the publisher people who want to make a contribution so they can say they made a contribution. And then we end up with mullets in there because they think mullets are funny, but it wasn't supposed to be about mullets. And now it's about mullets. And when it's in slow motion, they call it mullet time because the numbers came back from marketing that mullet time is the hook we needed to go big in the target demographic. And they're not even kidding. They say it all like serial killers with straight faces and smiles. My nightmare is the writers who want to make everything from the characters to the toasters talk all the time and express their feelings so they won't shut up. And the writers won't shut up either because they have feelings too. And I have to listen to them because they're not scared of me. And everyone should just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. But I don't see nightmares anymore because I'm too scary for them. I take 2 pills every morning and 1 with every meal and 4 when I go to bed. And that makes me the scariest nightmare of all.
Good.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
But everyone's trying to contact me. Oops. I'll grab that in a second. Bimp. Hey, unprofessional of me to check my phone during stream, but there is. Oh. It's my brother talking about gear up. Blonk. That was the noise. Oh, my cup of tea. Never mind the noise. Never mind it.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be.
I like Bleach.
I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
So this is what I think, yeah, the magic of the lake is what makes stories come through, not the dark presence itself. Otherwise they would just do it without it. And darkness is its power.
Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
A beginning. A primordial forest. The colors of the fall. The mist. A caldera lake. Silence echoes. Loud. It's too late to hear the words. The man, naked, crawls to the shore. Like a birth? To say that would be a lie. Nothing like a birth. The opposite. He staggers to his feet. A carcass of a deer lies on the shore, rotting amidst driftwood. The man is afraid. beside himself. Who is he? He doesn't himself know. Dark waves have washed it away. A blank page where this horror story will be written. He remembers darkness, feels the shadow pressing down on him, coming after him. He must get away. He runs to the forest, to a fate worse than death.
Oh, I didn't realise there'd be videos. Where's the other visions? Because we have to watch the first two, don't we? Is there a search? Gotta go past all the Alan Wake 2 stuff now. Okay. Visions. Vision 1. No. I wanted to search within the channel. This is Vision 3. So there's got to be a Vision 1 and 2, right? So let's look for Vision 01. 01. Why is it fucking... I just want that. Don't give me anything else. Remedy. Alan. How about this? What's annoying is because of the way YouTube works, it doesn't show you what you're looking for. It shows you what, like, a successful person has instead. And it's like, yeah, Gaming University has all the QR code visions and an analysis. Like, I don't fucking want an analysis. I just want to see them. Okay. Is it a secret video? If it's not a secret video, I should just be able to find them on the Remedy channel. It's just annoying that I can't search within the channel. That's like literally the thing I'd like to do. Now this is search YouTube. I don't want to search YouTube. I want to search Remedy. Alan Wake Wars. Okay, I've gone from oldest to newest. That was a terrible idea. Quantum Break. We want the remastered, don't we? Because these weren't in the original. Now we're on Control. Now we're on more Control stuff. 20-year anniversary. We're now on the remastered. I'll make 2 trailers. There must be secret clips. It's really annoying. I'd really love to just show the first 2, you know? Let's put a cut. Right, I'm just gonna use the stupid... Hang on, where did it go? Oh, I fucking hate technology. Ah! Right, I'm just going to use the compilation somebody made. I really would have liked to see the individual videos, but whatever. We'll just have to stop after the second one. Oh, but first I have a stupid ad that I have to, like, mute, obviously.
I was trapped here. Had been for what felt like years. Outside reality. What we count as real. I wrote to find a way out. I wrote to master this place. To learn its secrets. Use that knowledge to rewrite my reality. Once upon a time, I had written hard-boiled crime books set in New York City. Till I was sick of it. The Alex Casey books. A detective solving cases of murder, corruption and madness in the dark city. This place tapped into my unconscious mind. Drew from there. Twisting what it stole into a nightmare that took shape around me. A mystery. A detective story. I needed a detective to guide me. Echoes of Casey haunted me.
There's one.
The dark place was an endless waking dream. I saw visions carried by the ebb and flow of different dream states. They seeped in from the reality beyond. Things I had a connection to, but also things I couldn't possibly know. I used them in my writing to make it real, so that the parts that weren't would become so. And there were visions that I knew were not real, ideas I had lost, often of Casey. I had written about him for years. I used them as well. The lies had to feel true for them to become true. Had I always written this way? Even before? Seen things without realizing I was seeing them? Thinking they were mine? Was this what inspiration was for me?
That's true, and we should already know the third one. I'll let it play a little bit.
A beginning. A primordial forest. The colors of the fall.
Okay, I don't recognise those words, but that's why I would have liked Vision 1, Vision 2, Vision 3. But whatever, I'm going to leave them there because we can watch them again later. But what's annoying is I knew the QR codes are there. I just thought they'd be adverts, which I guess it sort of is. But like, you know, it's nice to have the additional stuff in there. But you'll note that they're in the style now of Control. Hang on. You know, with the person superimposed upon themselves.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
I like, because it's just occurred to me that it's clearly in the style of Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they?
Oh.
It's my storm. I'm taking it.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. but he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. "Hey, Hartman, where's Al?" Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
We're on a comeback tour, baby!
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office wing from Sinclair.
Oh, yeah, real hammer.
The backstage is all yours,
I had to get to
Tom.
Hartman's office.
Seize
He
your
had taken all
destiny.
my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
So the one thing that didn't occur to me, I think, the first time around, is he really could just be Tom. Which is a horrible thing for Tom to do.
Meet our wrinkled, adult, diapered asses for it, since you're so tough.
I don't know where his office is.
You think we haven't seen punks like you before?
I can't believe I didn't check the QR codes until now.
He's probably kidding, Birch. He's got a great sense of humor. Just ask Sinclair.
Oh.
Children of the Elder God! Scorch a light upon the dark.
I don't know where his office is. There we go.
I wish I had my axe.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
I am famous. I represent a celebrity. Be looking for me. Oh, that's how you want to play it? Is that how you want to play it? Really? Okay, that's how we'll play it. It'll be hardball all the way, jerk. Seriously, man, I'm willing to forget the whole thing if you let me out now. Just let me out! Hey, you think I can't hear you out there? I hear you just fine. What, is this how you get your kicks, Hartman? I knew you were weird. You got that weird guy look. If you're one of those nurses, I'll double what he's paying you, okay? Do you have any idea how much I make?
The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Okay, so there's Watery, which I know is a location in Alan Wake 2. But I guess where the fuck is, like, what is? Because Bright Falls is just that area. What's all this around Cauldron Lake? Smear Peak, coal mines. Was that all Bright Falls as well? Because I've noticed they advertise Watery as an actual place in the Alan Wake 2.
Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes.
Advertisement.
He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out Hartman doesn't really sleep.
No.
And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems. Always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him. And we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Okay, I fucking didn't recognize that, but I guess he knows his wife a lot more than I do. But, Bad Doggo. You from Resident Evil 2? I remember this. I literally remember this painting from the first time. Because all these paintings are well cool and don't make any appearance in the game whatsoever. Look at all these enemies that don't appear. I'd love... I wish they had a budget for actual cool looking monsters. But, and I think they do now, hopefully.
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Barry! Man, am I glad to see you.
No, that's Quantum Break.
We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
So I remembered that this keeps coming with us as well.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
He's fine.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking. something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach. The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
Oh, it was the dark presence that I was searching. Why does the door open? That's just mean.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Oh, so I've got to go upstairs. Oh. I have a flare at least. What am I missing? Oh, I can use the flares on the bears? I feel like that wasn't terribly obvious, but okay. Light springs?
Consider. You get in a car and leave a life behind. Easy? Not tonight.
Thanks for the ride, Mark. I'm so glad to be leaving this place. You have no idea.
What, Night Springs? Come on, Linda. Relax. It's not that bad. Hey, what's that up ahead?
Oh, God. There's someone in the road. I think there's been an accident. Are you all right?
Oh no, Linda! Oh no! It was me on the road! Wait! Tell him to watch out for the truck! Watch out for the truck!
My God, Mark?
Oh, no, please! God, no! Linda! Linda!
Thanks for the ride, Mark. I'm so glad to be leaving this place.
What, Night Springs? Come on, Linda, relax. It's not that bad. Hey, what's that up ahead?
Oh, God. There's someone in the road. I think there's been an accident. Are you all right?
Oh no, Linda! Oh no! It was me on the road! Wait! Tell him to watch out for the truck! Watch out for the truck!
My God, Mark?
And there you have it. A vicious cycle, brutally punctuated by the blast of an air horn and screaming metal. Many roads are dangerous, but none more so than the one that leads away from
Night Springs. Okay. I should have done this at the start of the game. Turn the sound down a little, and we'll turn the effects down a little as well.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
So what I do like about Hartman is there's a little bit of like a sort of earnest ambition. Like, yeah, he's made a lot of money out of it, but like that, like there's a tiny thing that he was actually doing for good. Oh, fuck. Where are you? Well, shit. Where the fuck did it go there? back into the lodge. Go grab his thermos. Thought they said Matt Berry then. Matt Berry.
Al, I'm over here.
I'm having a look around, Matt Berry. Alright, fine.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al. Oh God! Look at the house, Al. Look out!
Suspended. Just climb on the fucking hedge, Alan. You don't need to be polite. No, we're gonna do the hedge maze. We need our Stephen King reference. Oh. I know getting your footing on a hedge probably not easy, but like climb up there, climb onto that, and just jump over, Alan. Dive over. It's fun. It's like a rite of passage for teenagers. Just dive into the hedge. You don't have to. Okay, it's fine. Whatever. Fuck you.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
I feel like an empty field is the best place to build one of those things, but whatever. Like I was the world's most boring teenager, and I've dove into at least one hedge. I think I only did it once, but it's not a nice thing to do to other people's hedges, grant you. But those people own hedges. Okay. Oh, fuck off, game. Like, the hedge maze in The Shining was frozen. Like, okay, that would make it easier to climb, but also the people running through the hedge maze were also fucking well cold. They didn't have convenient chairs to climb up. So, playing Resident Evil 2 and then jumping back to this. So, obviously, RE2 is older than this, but 1 and 2 have sort of, you know, I'll mention it a lot while playing those games, but it's a puzzle box. You're exploring a mansion. So this isn't that, right? It's linear, but like some of it's all about locks and keys, and some of the keys are keys which you need for doors, but some of the keys are bullets. And knowing it's more the first game than the second, knowing that you can like use this advanced weapon to get past this monster to get into that corridor, or just recognizing that you can run around certain monsters, and that's sort of the cleverness of that game, because you go like, oh, I do have access to more than I think I do. And I bring that up because like sometimes you are supposed to run away from the enemies and sometimes you're not, and the game is really unclear as to when that is. Okay, I thought he was coming with the rest of the gang. Wouldn't have thrown the thing down otherwise. Okay, well, I got past it. Children of the Elder Gods. So I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss any cool stuff. Alright, I think I somehow just went backwards. Must be there. It's a circle, okay. God, I was just there we go. I was just in a hedge maze in Realms of the Haunting.
Hartman hurried down the corridor. He had disliked leaving Wake when he was surely at his most susceptible to therapy. But this was not an ordinary storm. Wake had been riding, and he had woken something up in the depths of the lake. Now, it was coming for him. Hartman had naturally prepared for a situation like this. The idiot brothers would keep Wake distracted while Hartman double-checked everything, just to be sure.
Yeah, so like, ultimately Hartman survives all of this, and his undoing is like, he dove into the lake, which was like incredibly stupid. I think it was despair, because like he got even the FBC, just didn't take him seriously. This is backwards, isn't it? Oh god, I naturally found... We can see the lamppost we're supposed to go to. I'll follow the left wall, shall I? See, we're not in a forest yet. Birds. How expensive would this be, this entire place?
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long.
Why did he sound like... Oh, what's up?
That way we don't have any trouble, and I don't have to punish anybody.
I don't know his name, I'm just going to call him Butch. Yeah, he was in one of the... Oh, he's found their axe. Oh, that's actually the way you're supposed to go. Oh, fuck off, birds. Might have to fight him. I mean, he is a named character.
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm all day long. You get 3 pills in the evening.
I don't know that the birds can do that. That's a prick. I'm gonna use the flare gun on him. You take 2 pills in the morning.
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and calm.
Nice and calm.
You get 3 pills in the evening. You'll sleep like a baby. Light seems to be yours. Trouble.
Fucking birds! I was done. I finished. I'll get 2 pills in the morning. You sleep like a baby. You take 3 pills. Nice and calm. Right. Bollocks. I'm trying to get to that, like, here. And it shouldn't be that hard to get back. It's literally a straight line, but there's a bend in the straight line. Like, I don't need the thermos either.
You get 2 pills in the morning, and then you'll be nice and
I want the flare gun still. It's the only thing I need. Ah, the light's gone. Fuck. You take 2 pills in the morning. Now keep you calm through the day. You take 3 pills at night, and you sleep like a baby. Sounds great. Sign me up for that. I probably made that harder than it actually was. That ball did nothing to you. Oh, I thought there would be more batteries, never mind. Quite low on stuff.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Yeah, because that's quite an extra step to take. Yeah, that wasn't going to end well. Again, was in situations where I'm like, I don't know if I should be fighting or if I should be running. Die quite quickly, don't we? Okay, I think the answer is use the shotgun. Which I forgot to pick up the last couple of times. Because I didn't realise it saved before that. Use the shotgun, John. Taken by the darkness.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded. Headshots help. You'll need the witch's cabin key.
I want somebody to calculate how much this would have been worth when the game was made and how much this would be worth now.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
There's Barry.
Al! You're alive! Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry!
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry! I'll find it, don't worry about it!
We've got to do a boss fight first. Mini boss. Gave you a bunch of weapons.